Thank you very much. I want to show you something that you don't often see nowadays, and my God, there's probably a reason for it. This was because a gentleman named Dr. McNulty Hawkins one day was sitting in his back garden. He was a very weird man, because 1 in 3 people in England today are weird. In fact, those of you in the audience, look at the person to your left, look at the person on your right, and if they seem all right, worry. Anyhow, he was weird, and he dug a hole in his back garden, a monstrous excavation, and suddenly when he finished it, he thought, I wonder if the British Museum, among the many rarities that they exhibit nowadays, have actually got a hole like this. And he called them up, and they said, no, we haven't. He said, right, send along a truck, and then we'll load it onto the back of the truck, and we'll give it to you at the British Museum, and you can exhibit it. What they did was they backed up the truck to load the hole onto the truck, and they backed the truck up too far, and they backed it right into the hole. And some passing council workers filled in the hole, so they forgot all about it, and that's why you never ever see now a hole in the British Museum. And this got the professor to thinking. He thought, holes are very useful. I mean, it wasn't the holes in your skin, you know, matching where your eyes came through, you wouldn't see a thing. And not only that, but if you're out in a boat and you strike a rock and you get a hole in the front of the boat, when the water comes in the hole in the front of the boat, if you don't have the presence of mind to run to the back and bash a hole in the back so the water that comes in the front goes out the back, you'd probably sink and get drowned. So he thought about all this, and he decided he would make a collection of holes. And some of them are over here on the ornamental stand. This is the ornamental stand. Comes from an agency. This is, you've heard about it. This is a holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. This is for golfers. You will love this. This is, would you believe, a hole-in-one. There's the one. There is the hole. This is the professor's pièce de résistance, which is not, as you might think, a French girl who struggles. This is his greatest invention. This is the portable hole. No matter where you go in the world, you can carry your own hole with you like that. And if you want to see a cricket match or a football match or a baseball match, you merely put that up like that and you look through and you don't have to pay any admission, which is a wonderful idea. A wonderful idea. Now, the other thing is that this led me to put on the market a wholesale retail. And we give you various things in this wholesale. For instance, we give you several pieces of paper. We give you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We give you several pieces of paper. We also give you a small treatise called How to Make Holes or Nothing Spread Thin. We give you a pair of scissors such as these, which I have embedded in my navel. And we give you several pieces of paper here, which I mentioned. Now, I'm going to show you how you cut a hole. What you do, first of all, is take the scissors like that, and you fold the paper in half, like that. There's the paper. You fold it in half like that. And then, if you cut a semicircle out of that, you will automatically have a hole. So very quickly, I will cut a semicircle out like that. And that point, when we open it out, you will find that we have a hole in the center of the paper like that. You know what I should have done? I should have folded the other way, and if I'd cut the other way, then we would have had it like that, which is what I meant to do. Somebody said 2 halves make a whole, and I spent some time in America, and there they have got $half, and they call them halves like that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the 2 halves, and if we cut around the 2 halves, we should have a hole. And if we do that, we will find that we have not, unnaturally, a circle that we have cut out. I want those back. It's not a tip. So we have a little circular hole if we open this out. Ah, yes, there we are. It's actually happening. A complete circle like that, which means, of course, naturally, we have a circular hole. So when we open this thing out like that, you can see that we have that's the first time that's happened again. I'm going to show you the invisible hole. Now, I play a lot of golf. This is a golf ball. They don't grow on trees. You have to find them. And this is, for the purposes of this demonstration, the green. There's a draft. That or you've got wind. Anyhow, keep your mouth shut. We'll do this as best we can. Look, this invisible hole, if you actually hit the ball onto the green like that, it always goes into the hole, because the invisible hole travels around, and if you observe it from all angles like that, there's the front side, and there's the back, the other side. Right, that's a sort of worm's eye view. Now, the joy about the invisible hole is that it slides. For instance, if I want to get the ball from the green, because if you take a ball from the green, you lose a stroke. You don't, you probably have one. But watch this, because it actually slides like so. And there we have the green and the ball. Right. Playing golf with a golf ball is one thing, but there's one thing that's a total essential on everywhere. And it's not the golf ball, it's the 19th hole, which allows me to say your very good health on behalf of Julie and I. Bless you. Good night.